So this is a series that I've wanted to try doing for a while now, which is Hearts of Iron 4 for basically beginners. And just to start off, I have every DLC except South America and Central Asia DLCs, which are mostly just flavor. It affects the historical gameplay very little. So let's start with Germany. I'm doing normal. I usually play it on elite and some special rules just to make it more challenging, but I'm gonna do everything on normal and historical for basically every major, maybe even some of the minors. So you get in and you got a bunch of shit. You got a bunch of maintenance stuff to do, which is always annoying, but you got a bunch of things on top, so you go down. Usually you prioritize research. You can see on here you get 3% research speed, and then you can go down 4. Radio's useful, of course. Industry on this side. You got a bunch of tabs on top, so you got green, which is like army stuff, blue, navy, air force for red, and then the yellow's the engineering industry. So engineering industry is what you'll be focused on first. You want basically as much industrial capacity in general, but especially at first. Construction speed is definitely good because it helps you snowball faster. You would get one of these after this, but you need basic machine tools. So we got 4 slots, 3 research. Oh, this one canceled. I probably clicked it twice. So yeah, 3 research, 1 left. You can do whatever you want. Germany has a lot of stuff researched already. Personally, I think it's like very neglected, but armored train is like one of the best things you can get for research when you get early, and then switch to armored trains because you can do cast, close air support, air attacks to logistics, and armored trains are very good against that. So next, like that's the research slots. Now we got free civilians factories, which means you just need to construct stuff. I do this, 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 and this. So you have 3 out of 10 building slots, which means you have 7 open. It's kind of like you have to do the reverse. You build infrastructure on what has the most building slots, but also you have some resources. You see +3 aluminum, +10 steel. So every infrastructure slot will increase the resources produced at that state, and then it will also accelerate anything constructed in that state. You might want to not do Rhineland because there's this is a very niche, nuanced stuff. There's a national focus that creates a dam, build our dam. It's in Rhineland, and it also increases construction speed, so you will get that eventually, so you might want to skip that. Also, you have 4 states that is the Autobahn, which is Brandenburg, Hanover, Thuringen, and Franken, so these 4, so you don't want to create any additional infrastructure on those. So I'll stick with this. Once Moselland is done, I'll start constructing civilians. Next, free military factories. So here's production. You got a bunch of factories and you have to allocate them. And let's go down to naval. So you have a bunch of production lines. First I'm going to set them all to 1. Just because they're already constructed. I don't want to waste construction like previous construction, and Germany has so little navy in the beginning that you actually do want all these junky ones you see early submarines. So it's like the junkiest version. 1936 destroyer is good. And then you have a bunch of heavy ones that probably will be useless by the time they're made, but you still need something as Germany. You need any sort of naval projection. Alright, so the military factories. For Germany, I don't like... Medium airframe is basically a bomber, but it has longer range than basic close air support, and it can do strategic bombing, which is pretty bad in this game. Like, you can get it to work, but it's not really worth spending your factories for. So I'm gonna just delete that production line. I'm gonna do like 2 and 2. It's gonna be a long while. I'll explain everything I plan on doing, but I'll just do 2 and 2 for that. Maybe keep tons of artillery and then the rest on infantry. So there's an order to this. The resources for the top ones get allocated first and then downward. So at the very bottom, if you can see that it uses steel here. It's tough to see unless I zoom it in. But ships use steel, and if you just ran out of steel, the last production line, which would be this one on the very bottom, would just stop working or be very slow. Alright, so next, missing production, attack bomber, transport plane, naval bomber. I don't care about that, but I will leave that up. So in Germany's focus tree, this is like the way to direct the player to doing certain things. In Germany's focus tree, you either have against the Führer, rally the Wehrmacht, all the way over here on the right. Remilitarized Rhineland, which is basically historical. And you go down wherever you want, but it's basically the normal Germany attacks everyone sort of historical tree. You got an economic focus over here. You can go left, right. I like prioritize economic growth because, you know, by the time you get into war, you need more efficiency, and the right plan is basically like you have a closed economy and you control all the resources, and it's a very specific sort of things you need to do. It's more general on the left side, the prioritize economic growth and liberalize the economy, so I'm going to do that. Then you have army from left to right. Army, air, navy, and that's stuff that doesn't give you any benefit unless you're going into combat, you're into war very early, which I am going to do. I'm going to declare war on Poland probably 37-ish. But let's start with economic growth, because it'll actually reset. It'll slow you down. It sets partial mobilization, which is like how fast, how many civilian factories you can use, how fast you construct stuff, and it'll actually set it down to the worst civilian economy. Alright, next slot's no divisions training, so there's a prioritization list for equipment. Garrison's usually what you want first, but I don't have anything in garrisons. It's just I'm setting it just because. The others, you can do whatever you want. If you're in a war, you might want to do reinforcements and upgrades, higher priority, but it doesn't particularly matter. So I'm going to do a bunch of infantry, just deploying whatever. Low priority, so they're the last things that get supplied, but it's not going to matter for a long while. And one tank division, just because I'm producing stuff, producing tanks, producing trucks, and it'll eventually actually want more supply or support equipment. Yeah, that's alright. Maybe even one less truck. Actually, let's look at our army. Everything's trained at least, but it's just mostly infantry. You got a few tanks. Cavalry, you can do whatever you want with it, but it's not particularly useful. Convert it to infantry. Probably convert this to tank. But I need tons more, 200 more tanks just to fill that one up. And then Mountaineers, they're special forces. You might want to keep that. They're useful. They attack higher than normal infantry, but they require more resources. So next, outdated equipment in production is the next thing on the top. And that's just indicating that you have some old submarines that I'm going to complete. They're set on 1, so Panzer ships set up to 1. And then that production line will finish, and eventually all the factories or ports, whatever, naval dockyards, will just get sent to the next production line, and then they'll auto-complete eventually. But I'll have to put something in once they all complete. Alright, next, decisions available. You get like a decision tab. When you have political power, which is all the way up here, you can start doing things, but nothing right now. Special projects, when you have enough points. I don't have anything. Actually, I can. Set a dude, tank, special artillery, whatever. Doesn't make too much a difference. Usually when you have a character, it's like whatever the level is best, and then whatever their additional attributes, like just have more of them. And I'll start engineering vehicles just because it's something to do. Now next one is resources. I need more resources. Rubber specifically. Rubber is going to be an issue for Germany always. And oil. Rubber and oil. Like this, never will have enough of it. So you can get tons from the Dutch East Indies, which is a puppet of the Netherlands, or British Malaya, which is of course a puppet of in the UK. And the next top one is Siam, which technically does get allied to Japan. So in terms of your own self-interest, it's better to give resources to Siam than the Netherlands or the UK. So I'll do that. I could get 2 tungsten, but you get 8 resources per 1 civilian factory. So I trade for 8 rubber, and I lose 1 civilian factory. So instead of 20, I have 19 available. So I'll just I don't want to go super fast. I usually play on speed 5, but I'll have to stop constantly, and it might be annoying. So literally, I had to do all that before I even started. There's other stuff I need to do, but I just wanted to show that time passed and I got my rubber coming in. So no real navy to speak of with Germany. You got literally 38 ships, and they're mostly submarines, so virtually nothing. You can see this on the Strategic Navy tab, or on top you can go to Navy and you can see like a list. It's just whatever you prefer. Going to Air Force, luckily Germany is pretty concentrated, so it's pretty simple to just consolidate your Air Force into Berlin right here, where they can all just meet up. Then you can merge them up here on the top left, just to consolidate them. If you want, you can start exercises. If you hold shift and do exercises, they'll stop when they stop giving experience. Because any sort of equipment being used as exercises can potentially break down, and you want to preserve that. So, let's go a little. I might actually go 5 speed for a while. So yeah, go on 5 speed. You see some fuel being lost in the top left. That's mostly because of the air exercises. You can see them slowly leveling up. Alright, first focus done. Prioritize economic growth. Let's actually describe what it does. Change civilian economy. So that's actually a downgrade. lose stability, lose popularity of fascism, which is additional stability hit. But you get some civilian factories. Can't go to the next one because I have to just wait for MIFO bill payment. It's like 2 months or something like that, so we'll go remilitarize Rhineland, get some political power and, well, something to do, something to progress down. So it'll take 35 days. Most focuses are 70 days, so it's good that they have 35, especially when you're doing nothing. It's good to have actual things to do. Like, it's sad to say, but okay. Next, if you get 50 war support, you can do war economy if you're fascist or communist. So I'm gonna do a focus that gives me a little bit more war support instead of just waiting. So reorganize the Wehrmacht. 50 political power, base support, war support, and in 35 days I'll be able to get that done. Oh, actually, I might want to do this first. So instead, I can pay 150 political power for this, which reduces consumer good factories factor, which basically just gives you more civilian factories to use. I have 7. I had 19 before, now I only have 7 because of the focus tree I chose. So I'm going to do this, and it also reduces the economy laws. This is like the scene from Idiocracy where he's trying to say economy. So now it costs 100 instead of 150 to go to war economy when I get a little bit more political power. So it's a... Oh, and I forgot to push up Moselland because the infrastructure's done in Moselland. It's 10 now. You can see that's right here. So I'm gonna build some civilian factories. But MIFO bill payments are done. And now if I had 100, I could get war economy. Just a few more days. Actually, I'll just wait. So if you wait on national focuses, every day you get like a tick up. Saved 4 of 10 days, it says here. I don't care. Anschluss, like, rushing Anschluss is not that big of a deal, honestly. That was a decision to say, you want to focus on Austria more or not, and I don't want to spend the 50 political power, so... The research speed, electronic, mechanical engineering finished, so I'm going to just keep going down that way for more research speed. Now, next... Alright, I'm waiting for 100. So I got 102. I got 5 days banked. Hit war economy. Let's see, it goes from 5 to 15. Or 19. Yeah. That was a huge jump. Now I can keep going down the economic growth path. So just currency reforms, consumer goods factor minus 20%, so I'll have more available from 19 civilian factories to whatever happens. And you see here one of the divisions that I was training started to deploy. They'll eventually get there, it's not a big deal. So now I have the 2 big things for the political power. Now it's like alternate stuff. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is justify war goal on Poland. And you're going to need at least 48 and 48 political power, 240 days. So wait for 48 up here. I could rush it, I could just wait a few days, bank it. Actually, I probably should do that anyway. Okay, so banked 6 days. Justify on Poland. 240 days. So I can get 5% construction speed. That's pretty good. 15 minus 15 consumer goods factor, which is better early. So you know, from what, 19 to 22. So the big ones are the first ones. Like they get the most benefit, and then after that it's like less and less. But I'm basically doing all civs, because civs can build other factories. Military factories only produce weapons. So that's for now. That's it for now, yeah. Justifying on Poland. You can see it's going to be done 21st January 1937. Armored tank or armored train is done. I'm going to start producing those, just one. And eventually all your trains will be armored and they'll be really difficult to hit. So over time it actually saves you factories. I'll lose one factory on artillery to make the train ones. In fact, I might actually need more infantry equipment. So I'm justifying on Poland. I'm going to split what army I do have. And then apply... Oh, right. I don't have a field marshal in the beginning as Germany. So I'm going to promote Field Marshal Fedor von Bock. Congratulations. And he's now the Field Marshal. You can control multiple generals. I'm going to give him max offensive. Need a bit more for that, but I'll remember to do that at 15. And you just want the highest attack, because you're going to be on the attack. Attack, attack. There's no defense. But the Bon just gets planning bonus. I'm not going to micro, honestly. In most situations, I don't like microing. So I just don't. So now I can focus on this industry, disperse industry 1, concentrate industry 1. Because you constantly switch disperse industry, like you get upgrades and you switch your production line from something to something else. Dispersed helps more, especially if you're getting bombed. Dispersed helps reduce factory bomb vulnerability. So dispersed is typically better. In some situations, concentrated can be better, and in general, it doesn't really matter. So I got one more research slot. It's 1936. You can do whatever you want, obviously, but I would suggest either artillery, because that's the offensive thing, and also you see a little purple thing in the corner. It'll give you an upgrade for your Mayo, which is like the company that governs all the production stuff, or you can do it for infantry. So there are two different companies, infantry company, artillery company, but I'm going to do infantry just because you get more infantry and it's probably more effective. So it's like January, the war will be, I can actually go to war. So consumer goods, what is the civilian count now? 26. So every time I get lower consumer goods factor, it gives me less and less, because it's a multiplicative thing. So now I might want to do construction speed plus 5%, which is pretty good over time. And get that done. Put my divisions on the front. Once they're on the front, they can get entrenchment bonus and then planning bonus, which increases their attack. So you typically want to put your dudes on the front line, especially if you need them there. I have to figure out what I want to do with my political power. Let's see. cap, production cap. Like all these are industrial stuff, so I might actually want to go for my 5th. I need 50 factories, civilian factories for that, so it's not even worth doing right now. 2 factories, factory output, research bonus. I think that, yeah. So special projects done. I'm not going to do anything with it for a while. Construction done. So I was talking about infantry, artillery. Gonna do artillery next, and then start upgrading my Mayo for artillery, which will increase my artillery's effectiveness. Got 100 PP. I don't have to use it. I don't know, like maybe one of these org. I need to go down a focus to get some of these dudes. Yeah, sure. Get some army XP and then plus org for units. Organization is basically like how well you can perform. It's not the health of your units, it's just how well they can function, like being awake, basically. So if you don't have org, you can't function. They're not dead, but they're not useful. So yeah, I'm just waiting for Poland. Like, that's the only thing. Set everything on your front line. You got like this enclave, Eastern Prussia. That's just, I'm abandoning essentially. I basically forgot about Führer Princip and going down the inner circle. You do want to get that started as soon as possible, actually, so I should have done that earlier, but it's not a huge deal. Alright, Mayos. So they're basically tedious. You can shift click to just like do them all in the order, but you still need to use XP. So this is a naval Mayo. If you had something that it would apply to, it would say you click this, it would use 5 or something naval experience, and then it would apply to it. But it's not applicable right now. Maybe it'll be on this one. So this is the infantry one. Mauser is pretty good because it has additional ones like plus 5% reliability, production cap, attack reliability. Attack reliability is probably useful right now because I'm about to go to war, and also reliability just prevents them from breaking down, so I lose less of them over time. If you get reliability early, there's ways to do that, but you get it early and your equipment starts to snowball. So it's 1936. It can do 1937 stuff, but I don't like rushing. I don't need to, especially when you have very limited research slots. So radio is useful for everything, really, so you might as well get radio pretty early on too. Get 100 political power. I might want to use it on air former or Hermann Goering. I'm not getting fat fuck Hermann Goering, sorry. Sorry, I'm just not. Infantry expert. Since I'm going to war, yeah, it'll probably save a bunch of stuff. Because I'm going to war before Anschluss, I'm actually going to be setting back Anschluss a little bit. So now I can do the inner circle stuff. Führer Princip's 35 days, but these ones are 14 days, and then the ones after it, they do themselves. So you want to get them started as soon as possible. I'm going to go Hess because these two do political power increase, which you'll need for the other ones because they start draining your political power. You can switch afterwards, but go down here, you get more political power, recruit population factor, research speed, and it's just generically better. You need tons of political power, especially in the beginning. So I'm gonna go Hess. This button up here shows low supplies. It's not really a factor. If you really want to, let's see how many trains I got. 804. So you can see over here, there's like a horse motorization priority. You can hit here and you get like 1 truck worth, and it went from 800-ish to 600. I'm not going to interfere with Swissifers, I don't care. Let's see, it's at 600 trucks in stockpile, and I hit the button 1 more time. You can only do it 2 times, so it's like horse, 2 truck, 3 truck. So from 2 truck to 3 truck, it goes from 600 to, so basically like 200 each level for the amount of divisions I have. Alright, so that's done. The other ones are locked out for a while, 175 days, so gotta do something else. I need that 5th research slot right here, but I need 50 civilian factories. I might get it done by the time. Yeah, I'll try it. Got 100 PP. I don't think I want to spend anything right now. What would be the next thing I get? Construction? Infrastructure construction, it's not bad. Research, that's probably at 150 for 15% research speed. Alright, artillery's done. 1936, what can I do in 1936 that is not ahead of time? Naval stuff. You can work on tank, maybe. You'll need support. A big thing is military police. You'll need that to reduce the amount of garrisons. The manpower is a big deal for the Germans. So you might want MP early. All these you'll get some sort of Mayo upgrade, so you might as well work on it somewhat early. I think I'm going to get maintenance, because if you get maintenance early, it saves a lot of factory production. And you got a Mayo upgrade for artillery. The only artillery I have is proper artillery, not anti-tank or anti-air. There's like a side anti-tank. I rarely use anti-tank, so use anti-air sometimes, so you can't afford an air force. But I'm gonna get breakthrough for artillery because it's the most, if not the only, useful thing I can get right now. So 150 PP there. Getting Krupp for 15% industrial research speed. Finished the Autobahn. I want to just show you. Yeah, it was the 4 states: Brandenburg, Hanover, Thuringen. Franken gets 100% infrastructure, so if you want to build more factories, you prioritize on 100% infrastructure because they build fastest there. So right now I'm just working on this stuff. I could start, you know, like this. If you really want to min-max, you just 1 line, and then once the top one finishes, everything goes to the next one. But it's 15 max, so. But you want the ones that's closest to completion to be done ASAP. Alright, 47 civilian factories. I'm not going to get it in time, so I might as well just work on... You get 1 more civilian factory here. 5 stability for 35 days. It's pretty efficient. Alright, computing dispersed. 1937. So I got 1 industry boost. And to show you, this is 144 days time to research, which means that 100% is just halving it, right? So it's the biggest effect on fuel refining too, as opposed to 96, 96, 72. So it's very... You would usually want to do this one first, maybe construction first, but you want to get the cap going up as fast as possible. If you look at the production caps, this actually goes up slowly. This one is, okay, cap 63, production efficiency 59, going up 0.021012. So 12 out of 1,000%. 12 out of 1,000, you know what I mean, whatever, per day. And that cap basically increases the ceiling, but you still have to climb up and get that production efficiency. So I'm going to do fuel refining because it gives me the most bonus from the research bonus. And then construction. So you see the based one, 172, 172, 129, because the boost is gone. These are useless until you get synthetic factories, synthetic oil factories. So construction, I need chromium for what? Heavy ship. I don't even know if I want to do that. Maybe I'll do this. There you go. I'll just have it do it, just like a very slow burn until I get some more chromium. Actually, maybe I'll just do this. Because I don't have enough chromium, it's just like a wasted naval dockyard until I buy the chromium, and I don't really want to. Screw it. I'll do it. Oh, it's because of the double ship. Oh, I got you. Oh, okay, so... yeah, double heavy ship. You see, let's just put these one less. Alright. Now it'll be full production for those dockyards. Don't need anything, just gotta wait. So pretty close to being able to declare war on Poland. This will be early, it's 11 January 1937 to on 21st, so 10 days. Gonna set my Air Force to basically just cast, like it's not gonna need the logistics. More ground crews, you can spend command power to basically just increase efficiency of your plane, so might as well. And then Jan 21, here we go. Put the last, I guess I'll just put another division, whatever. Get Manstein some experience. Declare war. Usually only have one free war. So if you want to declare war on a neighbor before the allies go, okay, we're going to gang up and defend, you can choose Poland. There's really no reason to pick Austria or Czechoslovakia. Austria, you just Anschluss, so it's fine. Czechoslovakia, basically dismantle. So you could do Netherlands to get access to the Dutch East Indies, but once you're at war with the Allies, you'll lose access to everything from the Dutch East Indies. Like, you have no way of projecting naval power to the Dutch East Indies. So Poland, Netherlands, and that's basically it. Maybe you can do some France trickery if you wanted to, but I kind of think that's cheap. Sometimes you just have to set, like, rules for yourself in Hoi 4. So, Assaulter, Offensive Doctrine, he's the Field Marshal, so these apply to every other division. Reinforce, sure. Got 100 Army XP that I probably should use. Oh, I just declared, oh, no, I haven't declared war, okay. So I'm gonna declare war, not unpaused, making sure my air is up. Gonna attack, but before I do, let's see, spend the Army XP on, I usually just get this, because Division XP gain, they'll get a lot of XP just running through this, and over time, it's just more efficient. Like, they start to snowball if you get really, really experienced divisions. So yeah, professional, and then you can either do maneuver warfare because you have Blitzkrieg, or Flex Org, which is faster, but less organization loss when moving. So they effectively can just attack more. So speed, coordination, or speed, org loss. Whatever. It's basically a matter of flavor. I'm gonna do flex org. And then get 5 more army XP. Get bold attack so they get max attack on levels. This is on normal, so you're probably just going to shred them. My Air Force is helping a lot. You can see enemy troops bomb 36.8, which is not bad for the really, really crappy cast you have. So this is going to shred through. Put some more dudes on the front line. Garrison's high priority because you'll need that immediately. Let me check my... Yeah. Okay, so there's a occupied territories. You have occupied territory menu here. And then you have a division that's applied to it. This is just your generic infantry division, so it just sucks for garrisoning. What you should do if you don't have one is literally just 1 cav, 1 horse, 5 army XP. I'm gonna make this into a rook just to, it's like the garrison division. So I am garrisoning 1.5 thousand men. That's the garrison right now. And I'm gonna change it to 1 horse. It didn't show really because I'm taking more territory, but it'll be more efficient with just 1 horse. Alright, probably production, soft attack production output combo is unique for Mauser. Yeah, probably that. Because now I have to rebuild for Anschluss. But I do have enough civilian factories now to get my 5th research slot, so I'm going to go for that. Yeah, make sure you're always building. Eventually, your Air Force will get out of range. Right now, it's okay. But you got closer airports that you can go to. Like, even just for fighters, you get air superiority bonuses. Let's look at one of the combats. So you get air support bonus, and he's getting an enemy air superiority debuff, which is nothing, very little, maybe enemy air support, breakthrough. That doesn't, he's not attacking, so it's not even useful for him. Air support, heart attack, plus 25%. Defense, which is not useful for me right now. But yeah, periodically, got no further airports. There we go. Attack bombers are the medium bombers, so they got bigger range. You don't have to push them up so much. But fighters and casts, you definitely do. You can do this. Do I got transports? Yeah, I might as well use that. I don't think supply is a big deal, but you don't get experience otherwise for them. But I did lose one already. Let's see, I just need tons of infantry. Tons of guns. Alright, 5th research slot. Pretty late, actually, but that's okay. I'm gonna neglect my navy for quite a while. And there it is. How many... I want to see the date. Anyway, I'm gonna take everything. Take all the screening ships, which probably are useless, but better than nothing. Then just annex. I can put it... I can make it into a puppet later. There's like focuses and stuff like that. That you can partition your own land and make into Reichs commissariats, which are basically just puppets. Alright, so now this is the phase where you just wait and do Angelus, like build up for Angelus. So I have tons of artillery. I might actually apply the artillery to my divisions just to get them out there. Yeah, sure, why not? So I had like 2,000 artillery, and now I have minus 600, so I need tons more. Infantry. Now I'm producing lots of infantry. Let's just boost everything up just to get it out there, since all I'm doing is building up an army for Angelus. A few more tanks. Yeah, it's alright. I have a few casts in storage that I should put out there and just start exercising. Just consolidating all my Air Force again. Casts. I got some, yeah. Just put it out there and then exercise, because you're not doing much of anything else for a while. Need 2 tungsten, which I don't want to buy right now. There's a problem with the trade system is that you use one civilian factory and then that's it. Like you get 8 for one and you can't do anything about it. You can't buy a little bit. It's like the entire world has to go to Costco to buy something in bulk. So 1937, still want to do industrial stuff first. Get your production cap up as much as possible. Things are being trained. Got tons of PP that I need to figure out what to do with. Actually, I don't really need to do anything. If you want to build an intelligence agency, you can dump it on here and start building it, but all I'm focusing on is industry. I might actually do anti-democratic, anti-communist raids just to pump the PP and max out my stability before the war. You get other ways to boost up your party popularity, but you got a lot of PP for right now, so it's not a big deal. So this is a choice for Danish produce. Gives you non-combat out of supply penalties. It's not particularly useful. You have to pay consumer goods, and the bonus is relatively supply efficiency 5%. It's not really worth it. Just to be frank with you, I don't think it is. Sorry, Danes. So I got 5th research slot, 1937, finished industry first, disperse 2, how to figure out other things to do, 1937. There actually isn't a whole lot. This is probably the time you might want to get anti-tank. You need anti-tank for, where is it? Anti-tank cannon, which is for your CAS, which is really good. Also gives your artillery Mayo a boost, so that's a pretty good one to get. Let's see, you got 5th research slot. You probably want to finish this. Production efficiency cap, 5%, that's huge. Growth, that's huge too. Base, retention, that's huge. It's only 35 days, so sure. Fuel refining's done. Got nothing. You could do excavation. It just boosts your resources. Let's look at the map for a second. You can see all the resources in your territory. You got tons of steel, tons of aluminum, but that's about it. So, because you're a closed economy, basically it's all to you. So if you need more steel and aluminum, you do excavation. Nowhere near close to bottoming out on either of those, so whatever. What you could do is actually go from limited exports, because literally only thing you have is steel and aluminum. Go to export focus, so some of it will be traded off. Probably none because you're fascist, but you do get boost to construction speed, research speed. You see limited exports is 5 construction speed, 5 factory output, dock yard output, and then export is 10, and then a little bit more research speed. So I might do that because I'm getting so much political power right now. I need to get another inner circle dude to start reducing it. Yeah, sure, why not? And then get a tick, and you see a bunch of it's lost. But still, I got tons. Like, I'm not going to use 74 aluminum anytime soon. And if I do, you got a buddy here in Hungary that has huge deposits of aluminum that you can trade for. So got research 37. Yeah, I'm gonna get MP. You can work on your support equipment now. Alright, so I was neglecting my construction. Now I have free civilian factories. It probably wasted a tick of day because it's on speed 5, but whatever. I still want to do civilian factories though. So you do that, push the artillery or infrastructure to the bottom, and then wait. Need 1 tungsten, but I'm not gonna pay for 8 just for 1 tungsten. Okay, workers' rights. So I can get another inner circle dude. It's only 14 days, so you might as well do it ASAP. I think construction speed 5% and fascism support. I think all of them give fascism. Yeah. Gobbles gives 10. This is spear gives 0.01. But these are like the industrial side. This is like political. Then you got propaganda, Goebbels. You got Goring for things. I don't think Goring's useful in any situation. Sorry, Goring. But I'm gonna get spear anyway. For construction speed. Alright, 37. What in 37 do I want? Maybe tank armor. Is this a boost? A research speed boost? Yeah, it is. 20%. Limited bonuses. 20% experimental tank research. And 1 for develop research facilities. Harris? What is that even? 100%. Oh, for signal? Oh, it's also for electronics, but I want to save that for computing machine in 38, so. Logistics. We got 100 PP. So you get these decisions on this side, the prioritize economic growth side, to do develop, and it basically increases construction speed by 10%. You don't have a lot to use political power on eventually, but you know, you might want to use something like this, especially in the beginning when you're basically doing reconstruction. I'm going to do Western Germany first. So I want to prioritize Western Germany. I am going to cancel these ones because they don't have anything on them. They're like no construction within them. And start this. I'm going to make the dam, so I'm going to wait until I finish that focus to do Rhineland, but yeah, I'm just going to focus on... Focus on the west. Alright, like that. And then 30 days West Germany will have 10% construction speed. So ran out of dock, or ran out of stuff to construct with the dockyards. I guess I'll just dump them. I don't have enough chromium, but whatever. What do I want to do though? Maybe dump them in subs. Like, I'm not going to focus on... I'm not going to try to invade Sea Line, Operation Sea Line, the UK, until the USSR is done, so I'm probably just focusing on subs for now. Just dump them on there. Put another one just in case I get more dockyards. Alright. Yeah, build that dam since Western Germany is going to be constructing everything. Yeah, Forthy wants to join the Axis, very nice. Alright, 1937, probably still working on support. A lot of people don't like field hospitals. It's only useful 42 to 45 just because of how it works, but yeah, you probably want to work on, especially for Germany. Germany needs manpower. Like, they run out of manpower way too fast, which is a problem. So you probably want to do that. It also helps Miles. Support equipment Miles, definitely something you want to get. Don't want to buy 4 chromium, sorry. Actually, this one's going to be done first, so I might as well just switch them up like that. Now I'm starting to get to the point where I need... Like, I'm on war economy, so it doesn't really matter too much. I can start actually building military. Let's see, what do I need? Infantry, artillery... Alright, doing all the Western Germany ones first. Waiting for the Rhineland to finish this dam so I can start constructing there and just focus on that. Let's see, can't do a communist raid again, but I could do that. Can do radio propaganda, or I could save it for something else. Yeah, maybe I need air XP. Sure. I'll get enough PP to just get the new one once I get through the focus tree and get a better one. So I'm doing support equipment Mayo, basically to get to this side where it's like funds, research bonus, production costs down, and that'll be the only things for the Mayo and support equipment on that side, and then you can do production resource need. It's not particularly useful because support equipment's only steel and aluminum anyway. And then cap, efficiency gain, so you make a lot of it pretty fast. But you need a lot of support equipment upgrades. 37. So I'm actually running out of stuff that I want. I might be ranged. That's a decent one, and it gets an upgrade for light aircraft Messerschmitt. Okay, so the dam's done. I can finish this up. The infrastructure in Rhineland, and then I have to prioritize. Actually, I should probably push it up. It doesn't matter, actually. The dam is permanent, so it's not like the bonus to that state goes away. So, can't tell how close I am to Angelus, but it's too early anyway. I'll probably only be able to get it at 38. It might be time to go to the military side. So because you want armor, not armor, you want military factories, but you're focusing on armor, you might want to go for down here, instill off, sorry. I'll try it. Off grad static. Anyway, you get a Chief of the Army France holder, which does division attack, which you might want to do. You got so much political power, you want to use it up. And you can get a better Chief of Army. I already have one, but it's just org. I'd rather have the other one. But this one is getting Army XP anyway, so it's like, it's a pretty low priority. Some of the Air Force ones will give you factory, military factory. Maybe that's just it. But yeah, I don't have anything on the political side or the economic side to do. I don't want to expand the Audubon, the infrastructure bonuses are pretty limited, even if there are 35 days. Yeah, just go for the one military factory. You're gonna have to do these anyway, so might as well upgrade the Luftwaffe. Alright, anti-tank. This is basically for artillery only, so production gain might be useful since I do need to produce more. Reliability when I start to train, when I start to exercise them. Nah, I'll focus on just production, pure production. 37, yeah, I'm just running out of stuff in year 37 without going to Navy. Like, there's no support. I'd have to do something ahead of time, which I don't want to do right now. So yeah, I'll start doing Navy stuff. So if you have Navy XP, if you want to spend money on... If you have tons of oil, you can just exercise all day, every day with your Navy. You just hit naval exercise, it'll use up oil, and since Germany doesn't have a whole lot of oil, it's not great to do it like that. You can trade for oil, but right now I'm doing reconstruction, so no. So this one's particularly useful, can't use any XP for it. Fleet speed while retreating. I'll do that, invest in task force ship builders just in case I want to get a actual high sea fleet eventually. And then off we go. I'm gonna actually spend the next 100 XP, 100 PP on a sea dude for additional naval XP. So I need another general. I could just prioritize attack. Put them on. 37. Do some other Navy thing. Light attack, sure. Just do whatever I can that doesn't use this Navy XP. Because I'll get a Navy XP eventually. And then I'll get a research bonus for using it. That one military factory, yes. Alright, now I can build more factories. Like, I'm developing Western Germany still. If you look at a state, 459 days for that construction boost to end. So I'll just do some of those. Actually, I probably should ramp up my military production a little bit more. So I'll just do it like that. If you really want to min-max, you got to push things up. Like, this one's almost done, so you want to push it up. And then if it's, like, not being close to done, you want to push it down further, but that's a bit too tedious for normal. I would do it if it was on a higher difficulty, but just to streamline things a bit. So got nothing else to do with the Navy stuff. This will be an investment for the far future, but I don't want to research anything ahead of time right now. Yeah, there's nothing I want other than Navy stuff. 38, you get tons of stuff that you want to research, so I guess I'll just keep doing this. You got a mile thing. I don't think I'll ever use this one. Some of the miles are just really esoteric or bad. Like, honestly, just bad. Can't do inner circle stuff and can't do Angelus. Gotta keep checking for Angelus now. It's getting close to that point. Alright, yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah, okay. I can use a naval advisor. Like I said before, you can do shift click and auto apply them, but sometimes you need to do like the XP spend. Like if it was a equipment upgrade, you would do this and then you'd spend XP, so you kind of want to do them one at a time. 37 still. Sonar, can't use naval XP to upgrade. You can use naval XP to upgrade depth charge spar, so I want to wait on that. I got 20% boost on tank, and I don't want to spend it on basic armor protection. I don't want to do this ahead of time either. So literally the only thing that I can't spend XP on and is not ahead of time is this for heavy attack, which is kind of trash, honestly. On higher difficulties, you have to research a lot. Like, your research speed is significantly slower, so you don't actually get ahead like this usually. So here's like the XP thing. I choose this because it's max speed, max agility, which is really good for fighters. Hit this, spend 5 to upgrade something automatically. And then you go here, you see basic small frame, which is basically fighter, is upgradable. You hit this, click it again, so you're doing the new one. And sometimes your production efficiency will get lowered significantly by switching, but sometimes not. If you have dispersed and if it's the same type of thing. So I got one more point for our infantry, and I basically just want production, so it'll be export models, production cap, outpost costs, which just means more. That's it, just more. I got a airplane boost. Yeah. Probably should just do excavation, because I'll have to do it eventually. Maybe one of these, the rubber nah, excavation is higher priority. Just get generally 10% more resources. Okay, this is for the tank, infantry, tanks, designers, so probably want just offense for my light tanks. Panzer Doctrine, gotta check. Angelus, there we go. So honestly, like, I did it technically, started it before 38, which is still early-ish. Now I can, yeah, so you use political power to pressure Austria, so your total army strength is lowered, but Anschluss is already occurring, so I don't think I actually need to do that anymore. That's their decision, yeah. Yeah, fighter bomber production to Yugoslavia. I don't produce any, so it's just like basically free factories. Let's see how many I got. 45 plus 8, so 53 plus 3. I mean, it's free. 3 free civilian factories, whatever. Alright, now 1938 finally. So I don't have to actually do anything ahead of time. Research speed, priority, it's got a boost, so might as well. And 38, you can do improve radio or start doing infantry, which I will do. Alright, one more infantry one. PP, what do I use it on? Nothing? More raids? Yeah, I suppose. I'm actually capping out on Western Germany. Like, I have 2 more states without full infrastructure, but still, I'll have too many civilian factories, so I might actually want to do Central. Yeah, I control Central. If you look at, I control Eastern too, but I think Central would be better right now. I control Southern too. Yeah, Central, since the Autobahn's already there. So Central is these 4. Brandenburg, Thüringen, Sachsen, Ostmark. So finish up the infrastructure there. Probably, almost. Actually, you know what I should try doing? I should build a few more synthetic refineries, just like a insurance type thing. A few, just in general, and then a bunch of military factories, sure. And that'll be fine for now. Both infantries are done. Got computing machines, so improve radio next. Anschluss happens, very nice. You get 10 new divisions, you can switch them, you can delete. I mean, honestly, you might as well. Actually, you want them in the field because you're going to need manpower in the field to do some of the other focuses that come next, so let's see, more artillery, more infantry. Yeah, let's boost up the artillery there. I'll probably do reliability, or reliability, what am I thinking of? Maintenance companies to increase reliability. So maintenance companies increase the reliability bonus of all equipment. Also, it gives the equipment capture bonus, which is okay, but not that great. Reliability just prevents things from breaking down. It's really useful for tanks, but if every company has them, eventually you'll need less and less factories, so you can focus on, you know, things that you need to focus on. So artillery, infantry, light tank. If you look at these, you can see how many days at current production it would take to get this mount. 80 days for artillery, 22 for infantry, 88 for light tank. Yeah, I probably still need more support. So more support, more light tank. Probably needs to start working on fighters. the thing allies do have, like the UK can produce a shit ton of fighters, that's for sure. 4 tungsten, sure. I want to max out my production. I'll get it from, where I get it? Portugal? Because chances are they will not fight me. So, Anschluss happens, can reassert claims. Usually you won't have the 725,000 manpower to do Demand Sudetenland right after. It might take like, you know, a few days or a few weeks, but it's more useful than Nemel, so I might as well do that first. Got 235. I gotta do something with this political power. Alright, what can I do with these? I can start doing... Actually, I might have to start building up my intel, so... Abwehr, we're doing that. I'll use 150 on cheap of the Abwehr, because he's not purged. I'll save for that. And I can do these right before I go to war, so it's not like a big deal. I'll just save PP. Alright, any place can I... Okay, so Rhineland is done. I'm gonna build a bunch of... Yeah, just military stuff. Just max out the military. Maybe a little more synthetic. Alright, that's good. Okay. Got almost full army here. Yeah, I'm gonna deal with Czechoslovakia and then I'm gonna take a break. Just straight Hoi 4 for a while. No, I'm not gonna invest in Turkey. Sorry, Turkey. Let's see, production for artillery? No. Can produce more artillery with that. Yeah. Just numbers. Numbers for now. So 38 was in 38 that I could do. I don't have radio. I should build... Let's see. I got land. Now I go air. Actually, I'll do it in western. Central's fine. Yeah, Central's boosted anyway. And then I'll wait for Navy. So 38, what upgrade? What research? I have 50 naval, whatever, XP. So maybe I'll do that now. Damage control reduces critical hit damage. So it's pretty good. It saves ships and saves repairs, so you produce more ships. 320 PP, you gotta do it on something. Oh, I got the Abwehr now. Okay, spend 150 to make it cheaper to upgrade. Army first. So now I probably should start doing qualitative upgrades. Offensive, qualitative. Heart attack, piercing, that looks good. Like the bonuses look good, 10%, 25%, but it's infantry equipment as it is, so it's like nearly useless. Reliability, sure. It's one of the special German ones. 38. I can do these ones, but I'm probably not going to produce armored engineering company equipment. Yeah, use this boost up, I suppose. Maybe I'll do, I don't know, infantry. Yeah, probably just stack infantry, stack the 1 mile. It sucks having to split your upgrades on 2 miles. Alright, sedate and land done. Started the tank, I'm gonna finish this side. Get some more armor maybe. Split Czechoslovakia. Then I'm gonna take a break. Yeah, recognize Bulgaria. Make a friend of them. $38. I don't even know. Yeah, I guess I'll finish the tank side stuff just for the Mayo upgrades. It's really noticeable when you play on Elite like the whole time and then you don't, like how much of a difference it is. Because it got so much PP, so much research, and it's like I don't even know what to do with it. Alright, Army done. Air Force is second priority. First Vienna Award does nothing for me. Fate of Czechoslovakia. 70 days and Czechoslovakia's gone. Alright, complete full core there. Yeah, side with Albert Speer. He's the armaments guy, he'll be useful. Let's see, what do I want to do? So I'm gonna get Blitzkrieg Theorist once I research that. Once I get that thing done and do a bunch of these. It's not really worth it until I'm at war anyway. Maybe radio propaganda for when I'm at war. But I'll get Goebbels, I think, just so I'm super stable at war. This is for tank, so anything offensive, armor, defense. Armor's technically offensive. Makes it harder to kill. Torpedo attack, sure. Don't have to spend, no. Whatever. Alright, last tank upgrade for the Mayo. Yeah, I have no special spies, so I guess counter intel? Yeah, sure. I'd be sitting counter intel for a while. Soft attack? Yeah, I mean, USSR, it's mostly just infantry, so you want soft attack max just to shred through everything. Amphibious tank? I don't think amphibious tanks is useful for Germany. I should probably start training my navy just for the air XP or naval XP. I don't want to spend the boost for the air. Yeah, I guess the industry stuff. I might actually start researching something ahead of time, which I don't like doing. And you rarely get the opportunity to do on higher difficulties. Alright, so infantry upgrade, offense or productivity. So hard attack, I probably want soft attack breakthrough. It reduces productivity efficiency gain, but that's okay. I got boosts already. Probably need more light tanks actually. I should check my... Okay, so this is probably the point where I need to start putting maintenance company. Checking my armor. Like, this is a really, really crappy armor division. It's just like the beginning part, so whatever. But you want maintenance, you want motorized. You definitely need motorized infantry for light tank division for more org. So I'm going to put 5 and 5. Need a little more light tanks, but whatever. Put on elite to prioritize. It's not going to make a huge difference, but sure. Now we need tons of support equipment. Almost no infantry, almost no artillery for a while, so let's actually get that done. Sure. That looks balanced. 38. Finish the industry side. Put the squeeze on Czechoslovakia. So you can take all Slovakia, or take, you're going to take most of Czechia or Bohemia, but you can leave Slovakia, you can partition, or you can take it all, and I don't know. I think I'm going to take it all just because, nah, I'll take it. Puppet State, whatever. I don't want to garrison anything. So Czechoslovakia's done. Played like an hour and a half long, so that's like, I'm ready to go. It's September 1938. Everything's done. Like, I'm literally ready to... Oh, I have to do this. So once I go here, I can bypass it. I don't even have to do it. Bypass 70-day focus. So I finish research Eastern Claims, which takes Memel. Bypass Danzig War. Go straight to around Maginot. So 35 days, then 28 days, and I'm going to be in war with the Allies. So before 1939 even, when Allies are super weak, just go around Maginot, take out France real quick, then move the Soviet Union. But I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. It's a different day for me, so I gotta reorient myself every time I gotta get into Hearthstone R4 game. So, going straight to war. It's almost 1939, so should be in a pretty good position. I kind of need Panzer Doctrine. I kind of need some stuff, but yeah, the faster you get into it, the easier you're gonna have, easier time you're gonna have. So I'm just gonna go straight into it. I could dump some PP, but whatever. It's not a big deal. So now, since I don't have Poland, I only have to worry about the Western Front. I can put just a bunch of bodies, essentially. So when you have a puppet, you can request forces. Did I already request forces? Maybe they just haven't spawned out, but whatever. Once they do, you can use them for garrison, which helps. Literally just a few troops on the Maginot line, because the way France is designed is to be exceptionally passive and defensive, so you literally can just put 12 dudes right there, and then that would be your entire defense. Like, that's all you'll need. Oh, this is the four divisions of Slovakia right here. Just do them on the defense. If you want like a full army, full corps front line, you can do this. You do front line and then you shift click, and then it'll be some sort of like, it only had 10 because 10 were the only divisions not assigned to this fallback line, but now I put 120 divisions onto that just so you can consolidate. and I'll do an attack plan. Straight into the Netherlands. 1938, I got Jack Poop to research. Yeah, maybe some more Navy stuff. I have no XP, so that's fine. You might, if you really care about it, you might actually want a railway gun. It's okay, actually, because it basically gives a passive debuff to your opponents if you're, like, in any combat, so that's not bad. I don't get any Mayo stuff. I could do this just for the Mayo. Actually, I will. Signal's okay for, like, tank companies because it increases the amount of organization you get. So that's pretty good. Org's a real limit. Like, you get org from infantry or motorized mechanized infantry. So, yeah, org can be a pretty limiter, big limiter for tanks. So because I already invaded and annexed Poland, I can literally just bypass Danzig War, 70 days, go to around Maginot, set things up. Alright, in 80 days, or 28 days, excuse me, I'll be at war. Get some fighters out. Make sure I have all my fighters ready to go. Let's see, what fighters do I have? What planes do I have? Like 300-ish fighters, and then like 200 CAS. Yeah, just put them out. They'll fill out while you train. Tank Mayo, Henschel for the light tanks, soft attack, yeah, sure. And like I said before, you can click on the Mayos, you can shift click and just do them in order and it'll auto do them. I don't like doing that because if you're playing on higher difficulty, you want to do them one at a time, min-max, and control the XP you spend. Let's do this. If I had, like, I just need 5 more XP, I could put my Navy out just to exercise a little bit. Get that 5 XP while I get ticks. You get up to 30 days per slot saved up, so just in case you miss out, you're not missing much, but yeah, you do need to use stuff like research slots or whatever pretty much immediately. Like, you get 10 banked up for your focuses, but yeah, you're gonna have to use them pretty soon. Actually, I'm gonna do damage control. It's like one of the most efficient ones. And I don't want to use up my oil, so I'll put them back. Repair it a little bit. I probably won't even use my Navy, but I guess put donuts. And if you have anyone, like a commander, you have this plus thing. It gives you like a skill tree, and it uses up command power. So right now my max command power is, what, 190? So I could just wait, but might as well just spend a little bit more. Honestly, command power isn't that useful in my opinion. Like, you'll have tons of it usually. You can dump it, but it's not a really important thing. Alright, this PP is getting out of hand, so what actually do I need? Support. Yeah, just more support. I need to assign more stuff for my construction line. Let's see. Could do southern Germany, develop southern Germany so I get a construction boost. Southern Germany is 5, these 5. Franken, Baden, what is this called? Württemberg, Oberrang, and Niederbayern. Sorry about the Germans. I try to pronounce things as best I can. So yeah, do infrastructure first, and then follow it up with, I suppose, just dump some military factories. Alright, and just wait. There we go. So here we go. Starting World War II. Do I need to use PP on what? Regroup. And I'll save it for Genius. Once I adopt new Panzer doctrines, I can do other stuff, so that is what I'll work on, even while at war. It's just 35 days, so get our air up. And I might as well get these, yeah. Get the ones in training too. Just put them all up there. Air superiority, close air support. The logistics is not going to matter. Put more ground crews, use some CP, some command power, not the other type. And then declare, do battle plan, ears up. Invite Italy to faction, sure. They're going to want some loots. Alright. Belgium down. Next go into, or not Belgium, I'm going to go into Belgium. Netherlands down. So, you gotta declare war on Luxembourg individually. Declare war on Belgium. Maybe actually move into Luxembourg manually. And Belgium's done. That's so silly looking. Alright, so like, I got the defensive line on Maginot, so you don't want to actually go on there. You're doing the Schlieffen plan, which is just go around putting the entire corps front line on there, making an attack, just going around Maginot, getting down Paris. I don't need any of your support, Italy, sorry, no offense. If you want to, you can put air like on a army, so you just select them, you make sure they have orders, and then you go to the army and you click attach. I don't like that usually, but if you don't like the micromanagement of the air, I guess I'll take support equipment, sure. I need more trains. But it's just because I have so much stuff in the field. Make sure your logistics is proper, but it shouldn't matter too much. Uneasy, you'll probably just walk through. So, air set, plan set. Let's just go 5-speed, bam. We should get a capitulation right after Paris is done. Should be, maybe they need to be Dunkirked. Alright, going to Dunkirk. While I'm paused, work on a little bit more support. Probably, because of capitulation, you'll probably get tons of infantry equipment, so you might want to settle down on that, and then dump the rest into Air Force, maybe? But since I don't have rubber and allies, interestingly enough, control like all the rubber in the entire world. It's like 95% of all the rubber is controlled by the UK and then the Dutch East Indies. So in order to get more rubber, I'm going to have to dump out a lot of synthetic refineries. Which I probably should do right now. So I'll reduce all these. Anything that has 100, I'm just going to dump them in there. And reprioritize that stuff. So you can just shift, click the up arrow and it goes to the top. And I'll basically just keep it like that for now. What's this Mayo? Junkers, that's Cass. So probably just ground attack. And that's what Cass is for. Cass is pretty good. I got tons of air. So I definitely want to start doing doctrines. I like air crew surveys because it reduces doctrines. You can switch it after all the doctrines are done, but considering all the other ones are like side grades, this one does air accidents chance minus 25%, which is pretty good, even after you're done with all your doctrines. Then centralized control. Like usually you need air superiority. Air superiority is almost always the priority. And then, because Germans do battlefield support automatically, I'm just going to go down and it's fine. You can switch. Strategic destruction is actually best for air superiority. I can do this too. Okay, so I finished the, what is it called? I'm going to try pronouncing German. Oh, it was adopt. No, I have to do install. But I can do what? Blitzkrieg Theorist, yes. So I can dump more army XP, and then Erwin Rommel Armor Genius, yes. I still have 100 and blah PP for whatever. If you want, you can just start maxing out your war support. It helps with just generic things. Utilize domestic film industry. 100 PP for 10% war support, which is pretty good. Boosts your stability like 2%, but you know, since there's so little PP to do, get another land warfare facility in France if you want to keep it. Yeah, work on the air one so I can start working on radar. Even after all this, Germany doesn't have radar still. Yeah, I don't have any rubber, like I can't get rubber now. So that sucks, but I can do refineries, which should be fine. I'll be able to catch up. Since we're at war, might as well just get whatever resources. Sure, get some tungsten from Sweden. They should be done in a split second. Von Kluge. Actually, I might not want to do this because I think he gets promoted to Field Marshal after this. Yeah. Von Rundstedt and Von Kluge get promoted to Field Marshal, so I won't upgrade him yet until he's Field Marshal. Alright. Unpause. I'll establish Vichy France. There we go. So now, well, I'll have to do Luxembourg, whatever. Just like go there. Now, you want to go to Soviet Union basically ASAP. But you need to protect the Atlantic front. You get your crappy Atlantic wall. What I'm doing here is area defense, and it basically just chooses which states that you want to protect with the army. No, the dock is on the other side, which is not vulnerable. And you hit guard naval bases, it'll say defense min 17 divisions, which means there's like 17 ports here. You probably want more than 17 units, so like 34-ish. Things will pop out, so I'll just pop out the new stuff on this one and then send my main offensive army straight to the Soviet Union and get ready for that pretty soon. I think I could justify and it would be like 25 days. That might actually be worth it, but what I'm gonna do is my spies, I just didn't use them. You didn't really have to, but if you wanted to min-max, you could sit them in, I suppose, Paris, because that would be the most useful, but you could have just put them in here to help with the invasion. It's so fast that they weren't going to collect too much, create spy networks much. So I'm going to put them in here in the Soviet Union and start collab governments, which will make the Soviet Union capitulate sooner. Alright, almost the end of 1938. Work on some more naval stuff because I got nothing else to research. Alright, so I don't think I have to worry much about the Allies for quite a while. I'm gonna consolidate my Air Force again. If you want, like, the Allies will send stuff, so I guess it's useful to just pick out your fighters, send maybe 200 of each of them to each of these states, like 200 here, do air superiority, like this. 300 is too much for this airport, so you just move it over here and just sit them like this. Let's see what actually happens. But the Allies will try to bomb you. It's kind of a waste. Like, strat bombing in this game kind of sucks. You can do it, but it's not really worth the factories. So you see I actually have no manpower. I should have went to extensive conscription. I'll do that in a second. It's alright. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to go into the Soviet Union right yet. So work on some more Navy stuff, whatever. When you're playing on normal, you can just waste, honestly waste. What? Oh shit. They didn't finish off. They just ran off to the front line. They didn't finish off this thing. Send 24 here to finish them off. There's a bunch of stragglers over here too. Alright, so like I said, you want Atlantic Wall 28. That's alright. I doubt the Allies are going to D-Day you until after Italy falls, so you don't have much to worry about. I might want to actually do something ahead of time. It's only 1 week, so let's just start doing 39 stuff. Embargoed. Alright. What do I need? Aluminum, tungsten, sure. Alright, the only thing I need is support equipment, some trains, whatever. Alright, Luxembourg fell. Clean up this stuff. Alright, so I don't know if I want to go down the... Like, you could just justify in the Soviet Union if you want to immediately go. Maybe there's a few things that I should focus on, especially manpower stuff. One more. So you see here, the inner circle got Rudolf Hess political power, got tons of that. Albert Speer's like factory output, construction speed, which is really good. And then probably Goebbels, Himmler, they're both okay. Goebbels is like stability during war, fashion support. Like you can be very stable. You get an operative slot there, it's okay. SS, like Himmler's for SS, basically for like counter intel stuff. He's okay too. Just to switch it up and do Himmler. I usually do Goebbels, but it's like whatever. Most of those are like, oh, 2 of my guys got upgraded to Field Marshal, so I want to use them as Field Marshals. Rommel, Guderian, one of the best generals for the Germans. Alright, like, there's no reason to be particularly defensive as Germany, so get this done, sweep this up. Oh, you see that? The spy got captured already. They were there for a split second. Unfortunately, this is one of the shitty things about the intel spy mechanics of this game is just, it's annoying. Like, that's basically it. It's tedious and annoying because everyone gets captured every 5 seconds. You need to keep doing things to get them back or wait until they die so you think you can be replaced, which is just morbid, but that's just how this game works. Alright, let's see, air superiority. Just use up your army XP, go on Blitzkrieg. Just use it up. So because I'm out of manpower, I'm just gonna wait for my PP to go back up. That's what she said. Intel. Yeah, sure. Airplane, Mayo, Messerschmitts for fighters, so you basically focus on max speed, agility, air attack, air defense. I can get a few rubber from Vichy, that's good, so I will. Yeah, approved logistics system is going to be very useful for going against the USSR, so that's the next thing. So I get to do Panzer Grenadier. It's useful for buffs, but the supply is the big thing. Alright, manpower. Extensive conscription goes from 2.5% of your country to 5%, so literally doubles your manpower, and it'll start skyrocketing. It's gradual. It goes from, like, you see the total manpower slightly mobilizing each day, but you see like a tick up, 0, 2 point, yeah, now it's more than I need, so it'll build up. It'll start filling up my training divisions. Alright, subs. Don't care, honestly. So Guderian has a Panzer Expert skill, like he can get it automatically, so if you want, you could put all your tanks onto him. If you're overloaded, he has 32 divisions, and you can put 32 divisions into an army, but you don't really want to because it kind of wastes your general skills. So I'm just redistributing things. This might actually be too much here. I might actually want to put some of these. Let's see. Put this on an army. Actually, we'll send them over here. I won't do no, go back. Okay, there are. I won't do an attack order for that one, for that army, but they could be on defense. They'll fill in gaps, like they'll come in behind the attacking armies and then start entrenching, which helps them, you know, stay in that position. Alright, now I can get max rubber, getting fighters, getting casts. They literally have everything. I might as well just 25 days, yeah. Relative to the USSR, chances are I will not be more powerful. You gotta make sure your supply is good before. If you look at supply, you can go to the right side, there's the supply map mode. You see the hubs, and you can hit upgrade bottlenecks. I hit each of these 3 once. And then you go to construction, and you can see them down here, so you can just shift, hit the up arrow, and then, you know, put them on top. Alright, so airplanes doing things. Which one of these do I actually want? This is a naval bomber, don't care. Transport might be useful. Cast tack. Bombers. Alright, get all the fighters out. And just do some pilot exercises. I got plenty of oil right now, at least for this second. Not getting 8 from Siam, it's fine, because it's rubber and I need it badly. Alright, so I am actually getting very behind on my collab government. I need to rescue, I need to spend time rescuing one of my dudes. I could become spy master, but I just get 1. Yeah, that's crap. There are focuses that get more spies for Germany, so I might have to do that in order to accelerate the collab governments. You see that? Another one got captured. So it's literally just this dude, and hopefully he'll be able to rescue things. Otherwise, I just have to wait for them to get replaced. Like they just die in prison or something. Alright, so Soviet Union's ready. I'm just gonna go in. Whatever. I don't think the Allies can do anything to me. Just do this. Might actually want to put the airplanes over on the army, but I'm just gonna do auto select on Heinz Gerian because he's got all the tanks. Just put all the planes on him and just start going. They're actually doing a lot better than I expected. I got some Mile crap. Just want to get out of the way. 1939, got your industry. I might want to do oil, but I'm going to do infantry weapons because yeah, they're doing a lot better than I expected. Like for 1939, they improved logistics. Yeah, usually when you have a bunch of meat, like it's just a wall of meat right now, you'll break through probably. And once they break through, they won't have any entrenchment bonus, so it'll just be like a domino effect. I got one more spy, so trying to build a spy network while one of them gets rescued, hopefully. I still need to work on stuff. Could get a cryptology department. Let's see, what do I need PP for? When your Mayos get to 6, I don't think any of them are 6 yet, level 6. Yeah, I'll wait until I comment on that. Campaign instruction against Soviet Union armor speed breakthrough. This is pretty useful, obviously. It's just the little buff. So, uses command power and army XP. You might not want to use the army XP, but it's pretty efficient still. And I got like jack shit to use my PP on now. Okay, so I'm going to talk about political power dumps. While you're at war, you can use exalt heroism, encourage fragility, bolster spirits for war support, depending on what's weak. Enemy bombing is -7 war support, but I'm at 100%, so it's like whatever. You might have prospect for resources. That's decent. Like I might do it just because I have nothing else to do. This is like the generic one, which is 1 building slot for 100, and it resets eventually, like once a year or something like that, so I might do that just to use up the PP. So they're doing a lot better than I expected. I mean, it's obviously early, it's April 1939, so it's not like I'm freaked out or anything, but I do need better supply lines, so upgrade those hubs, push up the rails, and I might actually want to stop pushing. Actually, let's see if they push on me. Like if they're stupid enough to push on me, because sometimes the AI just is that dumb, and if they do, it's actually pretty good for me because it's just a waste. A little bit, but no. My attacks need to stop before they start doing things, I think. Ground support, yes. What do I do now? 1939. Probably just offensive stuff. Salvage captured equipment, maybe just to extend equipment. Most of my dudes are max planning bonus. I think it's because I just don't have enough supply on the front. So I'll wait until these pop to not red. This one's bad. Yeah, it's not great. That's the airplane mile. Cryptology department finished, so I can start cryptology on Soviet Union. I'll focus on cryptology more. Werner von Braun, the useful German. Start working on the radar. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna dump out all my plans. Like, I'm not gonna even train them. Just dump them all out. Yeah. Apply them times Guderian. It'll just, the AI will worry about it. I don't want to worry about it, honestly. So they are attacking, the Soviet Union is attacking it in a few places, but it's not gonna be enough. I'm gonna have to push in a sec. So infantry is starting on 1939, do artillery, and I might just start pushing, but I want, like, it's okay to wait, because you need the collab governments and stuff, and Spy Network just isn't up yet, because I'm constantly having to rescue my dudes. But let's see. See here, they try to do a naval invasion, so I'm just gonna stop. That's fine. You know what? I'll just send my tank army over here, and like, it just wastes manpower for them, so it's just basically pointless. Oh, did they all? Yeah, I think I accidentally ordered all of them. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna reset that. Just the 24. Yeah, there we go. I'll just push, whatever. See? Like, it was a waste of time to do that. Like, naval invasion is so difficult to do, honestly. So, logistics done, salvage captured in equipment done. I might go for combined arms, because it's like air and ground. Dive bombers modifies Luftwaffe 10% air support mission efficiency. That's pretty good. Yeah, Bulgaria will join us in a few months probably. And now we're at war. Just do max crypto. Just be the max crypto bro. 39. Let's see what my infantry division has. Engineer company and maintenance company. I might want to do logistics. I need more trucks, so I'll probably increase that. How many trains I got? 23. Probably can do a few less. Infantry weapons are getting low. Light tank is good. Let's do like this, that. Check the trade. Don't need any more aluminum. So the Soviet Union's Air Force gets tons of debuffs. So they're probably getting shredded right now. So now that the Allies are basically out of the way for now, I'm not trying to do Sea Lion. Just doing defensive stuff. Like, it's very low volume here. 3 fighters of ours lost. 8 bombers of theirs lost. 1-0. Like, they're sending dudes here, but it's like not even worth trying to defend there. Might as well move them somewhere else. And then here it's like 1 here. Like, it's almost not worth actually defending. I can set them to intercept, so basically the only thing they'll do is intercept bombers. And put you here. So we'll see what happens there. And I'll do the same over here. 1 interceptor, and then actually put this one on Heinz Guderian and send him over to the Eastern Front. So I was looking at the support companies because engineer company is usually defensive, like it boosts up the entrenchment, but it also helps forward attack this level, forward attack, forward defense. It's not a huge deal. I'm going to do maintenance company first. But later levels of engineering company do help with rivers, so you want to keep that in mind. 39. So my planes, I could... So these are pretty weak fighters. These are the default fighters. What I like doing is just max qualitative, which is for a fighter double cannons, which is a quad cannon, and then max engines. You can put this check mark here to auto upgrade, and then that's it. It's like probably the best airplane you'll get. Just need better hull, better engines, better frame, whatever. And 39, you could do survival studies. It's not very good because it requires more rubber. The armor plates is okay. I do have plenty of steel, so maybe I'll do that. But I don't want to use the boost. See, you got 50% boost, and it'll just do it for the first one, so I want to save it for something else. what in 1939 do I actually need now? Maybe fuel refining. It'd probably work on oil and rubber more. Alright, so we are pushing technically. It isn't great. Logistics are probably... Oh no, don't do that. Logistics are probably your worst bottleneck, so yeah. Fix those bottlenecks. Look at the railroads, push them up to the top. I don't need rubber. Honestly, don't need much of anything. Artillery? More artillery? Yeah. Just pop out the military factories, do one at a time so it maxes out your productivity. Push the infrastructure at the bottom. Anything unassigned, get them assigned somewhere. 39, probably actually high priority on oil processing, yes. So we're pushing slowly but steadily. Like, it's blitzkrieg on the west front, but you're trying to do defense in depth stuff, so it's going to take a while. So I have like a different Army Corps building up behind this one. I have like a defensive line and then basically just the hold line coming behind them. Anytime you have a leader that has an upgrade, you probably want to check it out. You don't necessarily have to use it, but yeah, infantry expert increases infantry division attack. Want Franz Halder for army offense. Yes. Basically all set. Just slowly grind them down while you're working on collab government, cryptology. Once in a while you can check if your planning bonus is getting drained, and you can do micro. Like, I don't like doing micro. Like, sometimes it's useful, sometimes it's just unnecessary. Especially with normal difficulty, it's not going to be a big deal. One more spy. You get this intel network, and if you see here, you can see what sort of buffs you get. Invasion defense, planning speed, max entrenchment minus for Soviet Union, so basically it makes it easier. You can't entrench as much as a defender, you get better planning bonuses. God, they're just constantly getting captured. Over and over and over. It's just annoying. This is they really need to do something about the intel stuff. Like, it's just tedious and dumb. Alright, Cass, Mayo. So every time you upgrade a Mayo and you apply it to something, you have to actually upgrade it in the line, the production line, which is just annoying. Like, they need to do something about the Mayos as well. I kind of want to do... Actually, yes, okay. So I'm going to apply logistics company, just because that's going to be the bottleneck. Logistics. And then you'll see I'll need tons more support equipment. Actually, I need tons more everything. I'm actually going to just cancel all these lines and then let them fill up again in the inventory for everyone on the front. I don't really need planes that much. So tons more support equipment, some more trucks maybe. Hey, why aren't you at war? You can join the war anytime you want, dude. Get some tungsten. So I got logistics company. That's next priority. Start working on automotive Myo. Going towards a combined arms, so I need advanced research. Panzer research. Yeah. I always have to check your RXP. Like, if you have enough for a doctrine, you might as well get it. Air superiority, yes. All of these except even... Yeah, the rest of these actually suck. Strat bomb, no. That's for just tactical bomber, but whatever. I got nothing else to use the XP on. Things are going pretty slow, actually. It's not a huge deal, but we'll see. It's still 1939. Like, this is almost 2 years ahead of schedule, so I shouldn't be complaining too much. But if you feel like your front line isn't moving that much, or you're doing less damage than you think you ought to, like you see, they landed, amphibious landing behind me. I am actually going to reset, send Guderian's tanks over. Like, they really shouldn't do this because it's just a waste of resources that are just gonna get hit by a pocket. I'm gonna actually... I do want to finish this attack. Yeah, I want to take Minsk. Alright, so I'm gonna hold here. Gonna delete this attack order, hold, and then get these 24 here. And just go in. Make sure you clean up behind yourself. Let's see, engineer, sure. Helps with forts, so forts are pretty good in this game, honestly. You can do max forts and just turtle France, and like, you'll never lose. You might never win, but you'll never lose. Yeah, I just need mills. Possibly refining for more oil, but synthetic refinery. Just put anything on 100% infrastructure, any mills there. Put the infrastructure at the bottom. Slovakia has one dude, just one dude, requesting one dude. You got a bunch of kids being trained out in the field, like, can I get those guys? I need to put them on the Atlantic Wall. It's a pretty Hitler move, isn't it? But yeah, you see, they just can't support any of the stuff behind enemy lines, so it's just a waste of manpower. So I gotta make sure, close this pocket. It looks like I'm losing, but they'll just, okay, are the objective, okay, I got all my spies back, so let's finish this. Let's actually get to the first collab government, which is why partially I'm not particularly worried about pushing the front line, because the higher your collab government, the less you have to do anyway. So you look at prepare collab, you need 50% intel, and you need 2 spies, which sucks. Also some stuff, 200 support, 2,000 infantry equipment, 11 factories. That's fine. That's not that big of a deal. Yeah, tank, just offense. More and more offense. Alright, working on cleaning this stuff up. See, they're pushing again, but it's not going to matter. Like, I need to finish this, make sure they get lose the port here. Like, it's going slow, but once all the org is gone, they'll just disappear and then surrender. This is for medium tanks, just in case I start doing medium tanks later. So combined arms, that's what I was working on anyway. I might want to use PP on combat casualties. So you can dump PP with that. It's 100 for extort heroism or bolster spirits. Both would be useful. But you can use 75 for permanent plus 5%. So I'm going to do that first. Then get one more tick and then extort heroism. If you get Goebbels, you literally don't have to spend PP on that, but you'll have nothing to spend PP on anyway, so it's like, what does it matter either way? Germany, like, unless you do some weird stuff with your inner circle, Germany just gets a lot of PP. That's just how it is. I need to put more mills. Yeah, just stack all the mills on anything 100. Or they're pushing out here. It's not going to matter in a second, but maybe they'll actually send more infantry there, which would suck for them. Support equipment cap. Need more aluminum and steel, but who cares for Germany? Like, you get way so much that it's not going to matter. 39. What do I do in 1939? Maybe work on artillery Mayos. Anti-air is useful eventually, especially for Navy. So you got the port back. Sending them over here, just Guderians with his tanks. I'm going to clean up. Their planes are attached to him, so they're going to focus on wherever I'm attacking. So I'm catching up on infantry because I haven't attacked like with a wide front for quite a while. Still need some more support. I could dump out more planes just for the hell of it. Yeah, make sure I get enough tank or artillery. And then support truck. I probably should start trading for oil. Iran or Romania, because they don't require convoys, because everything's gonna get submarined. Let's see, oil. It looks like enough. I probably should work on more synthetic refineries. Alright. So that pocket is finished. Gonna do more attack plans. I think I actually have to wait, yeah, because I didn't have any attack plans. The planning bonus is gone now. Probably do rubber just to keep ahead of it. So let's check the spies. Collab in preparation, 139 days. It'll be like almost a year before it's actually completed. Just the first one, you can do up to 3, I think. And 3, like if you start that really early, I could have done that, but it would require me rescuing spies over and over and over, so I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to wait for planning bonus, maybe check out supply. I captured Minsk, so you gotta keep checking for your frontline supply hubs. Push the railways on top. And I'm just waiting for supply and also planning bonus, which is pretty close to max anyway, so. Excuse me. Let's see, anything over here that can increase offense. There's tons of little things that can increase offense. If you want more war support, you can do this line here. Division recovery rate's really good. Non-core manpower, division recovery rate, division attack, defense. So probably go down here just because generic attack defense is really good. One more doctrine, and sure, let's see what happens. I'm gonna actually push out every single airplane I have. Let's see, cast, fighter, sure. Push them onto a different general just cause. They put an air facility up front. I don't know why. Whatever. Like, you got scientists, so you might as well just put someone on there. You alternately could actually destroy this because it requires some supply. I might actually, it requires 100 days. I might actually want to destroy this just because it unnecessarily uses up supply in this region. Alright, I'm probably gonna do this just for the Mayo. It's potentially, like, you can get upgrades for stuff you don't actually research just by upgrading the Mayo. So, see, you get to the point where, like, they don't have any sort of a entrenchment bonus, so they just crumple. Also, my actual network is max, so there's that too. They did break my encryption. I don't really care. Got a couple pockets that I need to make sure I finish. Recovery rate accelerates everything a little bit. Engineer company, so if I want, I can hold excavation just for more resources. Now at the end of 39, I don't know what the hell I want to do. Oh, this is ahead of time? I don't want to actually use that up. It'd literally be 2-3 weeks of ahead of time, so it's useless. I might start working on MP, military police, because, you know, the garrisoning is getting crazy. 344,000 men required, and it's only going to get worse unless you puppet things, which is probably what I should work on next. Alright, I'm going to check supply. Got Kiev, so I'm going to max out supply there. Minsk supply, no. I got this one, but I don't have any connecting railway lines. I could start building, but I'm going to finish this up first. Let's see, anything with 100% dump in mills. Got 100% over here. Then put infrastructure on the bottom. Keep pushing. You might have to slow down once in a while. Like, you check supply hubs like this. Push everything down. You may want to wait for a while. But, yeah, there's very little reason to wait. Like, so early that they might actually be doing the Great Purge right now. Actually, can I see? Do I have enough intel on them that I can see? No. I might need a civilian. Let's actually do a civilian agency, just so I can see what focus they're doing. Need more tungsten, just 2, but whatever. Need a bit more artillery, infantry. I'm not even training anything, so I am burning a lot of resources. Alright, Supreme Leader, attack. Yeah. Just generic division attack is one of the best buffs you can get. Well, attack, defense, whatever. Heart attack. 100% heart attack and breakthrough for artillery. They have virtually no heart attack anyway, so it's like 100% of 2 is, you know, 2. So 4, I mean, you know, 2 plus 2, whatever. Alright, can I see it now? Nope. I guess just keep working on crypto. Anytime a general upgrades, gets skill up, especially if you're on offense, you want division attack. Sometimes the front line will split like this and you need to reassign stuff or like create a new offensive line like that. You have to turn it off and turn it back on so it activates. So I need to get Sevastopol. They're not going to capitulate unless I get Sevastopol, Stalingrad, Moscow, Leningrad, unless maybe they have a triple collab government. So it's 1940. First thing you want to do is computing machine. Got some XPs to use up. Almost done with modern blitzkrieg. I don't like desperate defense is obviously just if you need the manpower really bad. You might need the manpower so bad that you go desperate defense just for that. I got 200 PP and I have nothing to do with it. Alright, what can I get from you? Operative slots? Yeah, I'll get operative slots, sure. So there's like a little land bridge right here in Crimea, but sometimes your units will be so stupid that they don't know how to do that. Like I gotta create a new... I can't even do that. I have to manually order them to cross over, pause it, create a new front line. These ones? Sure. These are the same army? Alright. So I got 11 over here, and they'll cross over, so I can just do this. Sometimes the tools you have are not quite... Like, this is a Paradox game. Paradox games are sometimes kind of janky, and this is still, like, all Paradox games are works in progress, so, you know. There are some just annoyances that you'll just have to deal with, unfortunately. Might be mod for little things. There's literally mods for damn near everything. Because I conquered all this stuff, my spies got kicked out. You need to keep making sure, because if all your spies get kicked out, you got no spy network. So it did lose a little bit, but it's alright. Let's look, check the supply. You know, this one's about to get captured. It's a very odd pocket. You get periodic, however, 7.2s. Like, you can just delete them and, like, all this stuff will just go into your inventory, whatever, logistics, supply. So you might want to just do that. Just accept it and then delete them. 1940, I kind of want to do nuclear, but you have a focus where you can just get a bonus for that, so let's wait a thing. Wait for that. Okay, so this is about time where your miles start getting above 5. So when you get 6 or higher, you can do these policies. For most of them, reliability is just the only thing worthwhile. support, infantry. Yeah, like the only thing you'll want is reviability 10%. It's pretty good. I mean, it's the only thing, so it's not worthless, but you got to remember to get that once your miles are at 6. Put the tank up. Alright, Supreme Leader, so plus 5% attack. Yeah, probably just focus on either a spy slot. I don't know where. You can like search for it, but I don't think that's actually a big deal. Air Force or offense. Orgloss when moving, that's pretty good. Or Orgloss reduction when moving is really good. One more tank division. I just mentioned the nuke. I'll get that soonish. Alright, so I'm seeing a lot of red. Oh, because this is... You see here, this is my defensive, so... This is my defensive core. It shouldn't be attacking alone. My offensive core is waiting. I'm pretty close to fully geared, though. Let's check supply before I start attacking again. Yeah, like everything's green. Do I have any airplanes? No. Need a bit more, but whatever. Just go. Just go. Check my spies, whatever. I don't think I'll actually get a collab in time. Maybe literally just one. Prepare collab government. 31 March 1940 will be done. Oh, okay. So the first one will be done. Mayo want offense, so can't get that until I research MP43. Breakthrough, yes. Spy slot, yes. This is a dual citizen, British Italian. Assuming he doesn't die, he's useful for later. Alright. More infantry. Yeah, let's stack him on infantry. And just dump as much mills as you can. Like, I got tons of civilian, so... Yeah, just... Anything that's 100% infrastructure, dump more mills. I might need to start, let's see, develop north or east. North, I guess, because I want to do a naval facility. So develop North Germany for the construction speed bonus. It's these 5, so I'm just doing infrastructure first in these 5 states. Keep pushing. Sweden uses Landsberg. It doesn't matter really. So I want the... It's not going to matter, but just as a matter of habit, I want the nuke bonus, research bonus, because you get research bonuses from it. And in a long game, this is not going to be a long game, because once Soviet Union's gone, it's like there's no way, really very little way, that the Allies will be able to stop you. So once Soviet Union's done, they'll probably just stop. Yeah, tripartite pack. Enemy of my enemy, so you get some extra collab. You get in units 7 militia, but you can delete it. So like militia is really weak unless you have very specific buffs, and only certain countries get buffs for that. 1940, push artillery. Hopefully get that 6th level. Land doctrine finished. So now I don't have anything until I get Mountaineers, and then I can go down Special Forces. I have no thing to dump my Army XP. Except this, but that's done in 31 days. Now I can do MP, military police, on my garrison. So apply this and then start filling this up with cavalry, because they're efficient at suppressing. So just max it out with cavalry, mobile. Cavalry's mobile. I only have 40, but let's see, 500,000 manpower in garrison with MP and a few more horses, 413, so almost 90k manpower, and equipment, like infantry equipment gets dumped back in, so that's useful. Radar's done. I need to start researching it. It's not going to matter, actually. Like, yeah, I don't need it for beating the Soviet Union, but you would be starting to research. You see 3 spies not doing anything. 2 of them are back from collab government mission. I'm going to split them up. And then they're preparing, but I don't think it's going to matter. I'm pretty sure the Soviet Union's going to fall before. You can check how close they are. Controls 55, will capitulate when it has 33 or less. So Moscow just fell, Stalingrad's about to fall, Leningrad, I can push. Like, this is just a attack plan, just doing this passively, essentially. Like, most of this game is logistics, honestly. Another land war facility, I don't care. So that's a nuclear research bonus. Don't particularly need it, but matter have it. Any of these boost attack. 35 days for modified blitzkrieg, armor attack, breakthrough, so sure. So Moscow's done, Stalingrad's done, Sevastopol's done. I think literally just Leningrad. Check the supply. Yeah, I think it's just like a awkward non-connection. You see here non-connection because it goes from Leningrad all the way back down to Pskov. So you can do some connecting here. Connecting here to supply hub. Push that up. While I'm just battle planning, you see it activate here. Activate here. It's still not enough though. But oosh, what'd I just do? Oh, you hit this button and it like hides it. I don't like doing that, and if you don't know about that, you accidentally hit that. You're like, what the fuck? Where'd my shit go? And that's kind of irritating, but you know. Alright, just flanking on the side and then slowly pushing into Leningrad. Support equipment output, yeah. So I got tons of truck, tons of support. So reduce support, reduce truck, put it on infantry and artillery. Artillery, infantry, bunch of fighters, sure. So now I got nuclear boost. I'm gonna do nukes. I don't use nukes, but it's good for the research bonus. So I'm just nibbling up on the side here, flanking. You get flanking bonuses, so if you can flank, you should flank. Logistics Wizard's like one of the best field marshal skills you can get. Logistics, like, It's just logistics. Everything is just logistics. Minor bit of strategy, but almost all logistics. Artillery upgrade. Do I have anything for offense for just artillery? Here's soft attack 2%. Production cost increase. That's fine. And for 1940, alright, you got your planes. Framer engine, let's see what, 90 days for engine with 50%, 111 days for frame. So the boost does more on the frame, so you get the frame. Can do the cipher, might as well. Like, they're about to capitulate. Once Soviet Union capitulates, there's, like I said, almost no way the Allies are gonna come back and like capitulate you. Like, once you control Eurasia and then you puppet everything, yeah, it's just not gonna happen. Alright, so probably gonna capitulate in a second. Is there any last offensive? Not really. So even though I'm on extensive conscription, eesh. Oh, you can do more, like it's mid 1939, 1940, you can start finishing, yes. Your economy tree. But yeah, you got so much stuff, it's not gonna matter. I guess I'll just do it out of habit. Like how much, yeah, 328 factories, you got so much civilian factories, I'm just dumping them all to mills because I got nothing else to do. Check some supply because what else do you got? Oh, they're not pushing down here, so I might have to do a new offensive line. Baku is a pretty high value target just for the oil, but I think the VP is pretty valuable too. And once something falls, one of these things falls, they'll capitulate. And I'll have one collab. Yeah, the second one will finish 3rd November, and that's not gonna happen. Finish up engines for my airplanes. And just keep pushing. Whenever you got a skill up, use it up. Romania is late to the party, but sure, why not? And there you go. I'm not gonna do the peace conference. Like, it was, what, July 1940? Can I just do this, do this, do this, do this? Alright, there you go. June 12, 1940. That's literally before the historical invasion of the Soviet Union, isn't it? I think it's June 20, 1940. So yeah, capitulate France, capitulate Soviet Union, June 1940. It's not going to be particularly difficult to capitulate the UK. You might not do it before Soviet Union or the United States comes in the war, but still, whatever. Like, you can help support Japan against China just to get it out of the way, so China can, or Japan can focus on, you know, the East, Asia, and being a headache for the United States. But yeah, like, the game's essentially over. You've snowballed so much, you can't be stopped. And extensive conscription, still got tons of manpower. I have no puppets yet. You can finish the economy, but you don't really need to. If you want, you can do uplift the Rosenberg office, which will basically do your Reich's commissariat puppet management stuff. But yeah, this is the game. This is Germany on normal. It's pretty easy, honestly. You just need to be able to choose what you do and when you do it, because you're the one choosing when to attack, where to attack, who to attack, in what order. Like, it's very easy to just, you know, hit the dominoes in the right way and snowball and be unstoppable. Didn't touch the Baltics. USSR didn't even have time to take over the Baltics. You know, France was so weak it didn't even matter. They were, you know, gonna capitulate. You can do like early Anschluss, but they get stuff, you know, from focuses, so it's not like you actually need it. And the more you wait, the easier it gets anyway, so it's like, why bother? It's basically free, you know, annexation anyway. But yeah, you can focus on Netherlands first. You get like a free invasion, so Poland is probably the best one because you don't have to worry about two fronts with Poland. Poland will be done. You get the factories. Poland has quite a bit of factories for, you know, technically minor. Netherlands has a lot of the resources and is very easy to conquer. I'm pretty sure you can time it so that you do both at the same time, but it's not really necessary. But that's Germany in World War II, the main character, so to speak, of Hoi 4. Yeah, you can try it on harder, but yeah, Germany just snowballs. That's just how it is. And if you know what you're doing, you're just unstoppable. USSR falls, the UK is not going to be in a position to stop you on its own. Even with the US, they probably will not be able to land and then stay there. And if they get on Italy, like in Sicily, they'll probably be stuck there at best. Or you just take over the UK and you can deal with the United States on your own. Like, I don't like invading the United States as a headache. Like, you isolate the United States and you just consider it a day. But that's it. That's my Hoi 4 for Dummies for Germany. I'll probably do all the majors, and if anyone actually cares, I'll do some minors too. Thanks for watching.